Good evening, everybody. Or good afternoon, really, I should say. 4 o'clock is still the afternoon, just. So welcome to today's stream. Today it's time we work towards Sasaki Chizuru's route. And then we'll follow that up with a run on Musume Pretty Derby, which is the first time I'll have streamed it for a while. I have sort of been keeping up with it, you know, like doing the legend races and stuff to try and get some new girls that way, but it's gonna take a while because you never get enough. You never get enough like runs on those to actually get what you need. So you have to rely on the very low chance you'll get them on the special offers. But enough about that. Let's play. So yeah, as I've already played the game a lot, we're gonna start from here and see what we can get. I've got the guide on my second monitor, so I don't have to look at that anymore. So let's go. Anyone who's not watched me play this before, you're gonna see me skip a lot of dialogue because we have to you know, if I played through the game fully each time, this playthrough would take forever. Especially with how many we actually have. By which I mean how many routes we have to do. It would just take too long. So let's go. Enough shying away from it. Let's do it. Now we need to put auto skip on. Because we know it's not the issue here. I have no idea how many new dialogues we'll get, particularly in this early stream anyway. Wee, bye Kagami. Alright, so we're doing it. Make a mad dash for the exit. Yep. And go to the cafeteria? Ah, yes. This is also how you get onto the teacher's route. That one. Which we will do before we do Sumika's. For the last one, anyway. Alright, we're gonna clean this time. Because we don't want to make Chizuru mad at us for skimping out on our chores. Alright, flee! Just let me... I need to get the chat up. There we go. That's better. Now I can actually see if anyone decides to talk. So the courtyard is... Oh, is that class rep over there? She's eating her lunch on a bench in the courtyard. Oi! Class rep!
Eh? Oh.
She even eats on her own. That's kind of sad. Well, what are you doing out here? I know, right? We had all those lovely lunches, but nah, we're not taking that. I ran away from it.
Eh?
I mean, too much pressure to choose, isn't there? I mean, in a situation like that, isn't it wrong to choose one lunch over the other? I mean, it's a way of being considerate, but also being not at the same time. As weird as that may sound. So, what about yourself, class rep? Why are you eating lunch out here? Aren't you cold?
寒い? 年寄り臭いわね.
Well, maybe he secretly has been the whole time. Who knows? More. Why'd you always have to pounce on me like that for every little thing I say?
人が一生懸命やってることからかうような人だからでしょ?
Oof. Yeah, he walked into that one, didn't he? What do you mean? Is this about what I said earlier? About the lacrosse team? Of course it is. You know how sensitive she is about that topic. Didn't I apologize for that already?
何でも謝れば済むなんて思わないでほしいわね。
Yeah, it still hurt. It would have still hurt her. God, you're such a hard ass. So, why did you come all the way out here to eat?
ちょっと何隣に座ってるのよ。
You expect me to stand the whole time? That's cold. あれ? Gomen nasai. Does this bench have your name on it or something? I didn't realize. Wow, bit sassy much there. Wow, she doesn't even think of a response to that. Wow, that looks like quite the tasty lunch you've got there. Did your mom make it for you? Wow, what is it with the mom thing?
どうして？
Why do you not think I made it, huh? No real reason, just curious. Just the way it's all presented kind of gives off that impression somehow.
悪かったわね、貧乏臭くて。
Wow. she's so not forgiving you. Come on, you know that's not what I meant. Besides, whoever said anything about rice balls being only for poor people? Wait, there weren't any rice balls in that lunch, was there? I mean, Tama loves rice balls. Her mega rice balls seemed really nice. Fine, you win. I'll leave you alone. Oh, hungry are we? I mean, he didn't eat lunch. You right?
ひょっとして何も食べてないの？
Why wouldn't he have done? He ran away from his lunch. No, not a bite. The cafeteria's probably sold out by now, though. She's thinking of being nice, isn't she? Nani?
ひょっとしてたかりに来たとか？
It would not surprise me. Oh, what a great idea! That hadn't even occurred to me.
げ。
Gee.
何よ、その期待に満ちた目は。
It's rude to stare at people, you know, Takeru. I'm sure he already knows this. Gee.
ダメだってば。
Oof, that's so harsh. Gee. That's what stares in Japanese.
いくら物欲しそうに見たって。
Especially because you're not a puppy dog. Gee.
わかったわよ。
Well, looks like Takeru scores a big victory there. Yatta!
でもそんなにあげられないわよ。
I mean, fair enough. It is a small lunch. Probably enough for one person, probably. I can see that. I'm impressed you can get by on so little. Her lunchbox looks small enough to fit in my hands. It's half filled with rice and half with the other foods. I could probably finish it in 2, maybe 3 bites. Wow, those are big bites then. Class rep flips her chopsticks around to pick out pieces for me and places them on the inside of the lid to her lunchbox.
あ、箸がない。
Hey, he can use his hands, it's fine. Not to worry. That's what hands are for!
まあいっか。はい。
Wow, how very nice of her. Oh, arigato! I never thought that class rep would end up saving my life one day.
バカね、大げさよ。
You can get through the day without any lunch. It'll be a struggle, sure, but you could do it. Bean curd, finely chopped vegetables, boiled taro. That's a good old-fashioned Japanese lunch.
いちいち声に出さないで。
Oh man, you're making her self-conscious about her food. I'm complimenting it. It looks delicious. And it is. Your mom's a pretty good cook.
その話はやめて。
Yeah, she definitely made it, didn't she? あれ?
それは私が作ったの。わかった？だからもう誰が作ったとかそんな話はしないで。
I think anyone watching this would have made that assumption already. What's her problem? Well, yeah, you're just assuming that she can't cook. That's what the problem is. That's a bit rude. Hi. So you made this yourself then, class rep? That's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit late for complimenting now, isn't it? Alright, sore subject. My bad. Well, whoever made it, it sure tastes good. Using my fingers, I eat my share in no time.
指舐めるのやめなさい。ほら、ウエットティッシュ。
Oh, wow, thank you. Oh, arigato. I hand the lid back to class rep. She places it on her lunchbox and then returns the box to her bag.
手を拭いたらそれよこしなさいよ。
You want a wet wipe back? あれ?
どうせその辺に捨てちゃうんでしょ
Wow, that's presumptuous. But you can kind of see why she'd make that assumption. I would never.
いいから。
はい。
全然足りなかったでしょまあ、でも午後の授業は眠くならないで済むか。
Ooh, I wonder about that, Chizuru, I really do. You're leaving already?
どうして
Well, didn't you come here because you needed to do something?
別に
Nah, she just wanted some alone time to eat her lunch. Soka.
じゃあね。そうだ、これで菓子一つね。
Ooh, there you go, that's the only reason she did it. あれ?
ちゃんと返してもらうから。
Ooh, there you go. I've got dirt on you now. Shikshaw. Talk about stingy. Alright, fine. Who knows when that might come back to bite me. Probably very soon.
菓子一つ。
Yeah, we do, don't we? Oh, she stopped us trying to leave. No.
何
Are you sure about this? Shouldn't you save that favor for when you really need it?
私はその時最良のことをするタイプなの。昼間のことを覚えてるなら教室に戻りなさい。
I'm sure you'll owe her more favors during this route, I'm sure.
人として当然よね。
Yeah. Fine. Wander aimlessly. But she tries to stop us. So I wonder if that just summarized everything. Retreat! He's coming to view. He's going right? I should pull back and maintain my distance. I'll take you down with my smart gun. The Zhao Myun paused for a second. I can see him readying his missile launcher. Keep moving. Keep maintaining distance. Because this is a fight you can't win or draw, ultimately. Yeah, we can't ask class rep. I guess it doesn't really matter though, does it really? Sumika?
ダメ。ちゃんと半分埋めてから帰ってきてよ。
I will repeat this one where I can't choose someone else. I mean, I'm just going by this guide. You chose the easy half, didn't you?
当たり前だよ。
Of course she did. Don't sound so proud of it. Sasaki Chizuru. That can't be good. She's the one who collected and delivered the papers. This can't end well for me. Still, it's gotta be the best possible paper to copy off. Let's just go for it. But man, Class Rep's handwriting is really angular. Her personality couldn't be any more obvious. She uses a lot of pressure on the paper too. You can tell she's writing with confidence. I'm dead meat if she finds out I took this. I'll have to be real careful. Yeah, you're not gonna fool anyone. And of course, a choice like this, eat both. So I guess go to the field? No, that's not the right choice, is it? Courtyard, where we found her the first time. Oi, class rep! You're here again today, I see.
ひょっとしてまたたかりに来たわけ？
He owe you another favor though, right? May I?
お断り。
Ooh, shut down. Aw, gee. And here I was, totally sure that my good old pal class rep would come to my rescue.
鏡さんと三剣さんに助けてもらいなさい。
He can't choose between them though, it's too difficult. Hey, listen to this! You'll never believe what Sumika did earlier.
ちょっと何隣に腰掛けてるのよ。
I do not appreciate your obvious attempts at mooching, sir. I told you the last time, this bench is public property. So anyway, she poured steak sauce into the hot pot.
鍋にソース？何の鍋？
That's right. They decided to make a hot pot. And it looked like she was going to make a really nice one, and then she goes and adds steak sauce of all things. One with Sanuki udon and chicken broth.
何の話してるの？
She left straight away, so she didn't get to see this whole thing. Lunch! My lunch!
いつの？
Today. Why else would I be this upset?
教室で鍋？
That's going against the school regulations, I believe. Oops.
鍋にソース入れようが何しようが人の勝手だけど、教室で鍋って白金くんあなたね。
To be fair, Sumika was the one who made it, so... Yeah, you're making a huge mistake. Sumika was the one...
だからソースの話は関係ないの。もっと常識を考えなさいよ。教室で鍋なんて非常識だと思わないの？
This is what you get for being so loose with your tongue, Takeru. You've got to grit and bear it. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you,
三剣さんは今までの生活があまりにも私たちとかけ離れていたようだから多めに見ているところもあるけど、だからってね。
Aw, see, Chizuru does care. Just not so much about Takeru. Listen to me! Sumika's the one who brought in the hot plate. I didn't do anything.
いい加減に。え？
Sumika brought in a pot and hot plate to compete with Maya. We were all going to eat from it together, but then she went and poured steak sauce into it.
そうだったの。
Yeah, why would Takeru bring in a hot plate? I mean, honestly. Who'd she think she was going to eat that? Or who'd she think she was going to eat that? Who puts Tabasco and wasabi in their stew?
食欲なくなりそう。
Isn't that right? Yeah? So anyway, thanks for saving my hide again today, class rep.
いやよ、自業自得でしょ。
Ooh, so cold. How so?
あなたの態度がはっきりしないから、鏡さんもそういうことしたんじゃないの？
I guess that's true. I guess it is kind of his own fault. What makes you say that?
あなたにお弁当を食べてほしかったからでしょ。そのぐらいわからないの？
The conflict of interest, so did Maya. Oh, right. Well, I guess I see what you mean.
ほら、自業自得じゃない。
Can't deny it. It is the obvious truth. So you're saying I should have eaten it even after she put steak sauce, Tabasco, and wasabi into it?
そうは言ってないけど。
Then what should I have done? Just gone hungry?
私は別に。
But then he wouldn't be able to focus on the class. Did you think about that, class rep? Nani? How can a class representative be so heartless?
またバカなこと。まったく。わかったわよ。この貸し、きっちり返してもらうからね。
Some people may say class rep is being too soft here, but it's funny. Of course, class rep Sama.
はい。
Class rep hands me her lunchbox lid with a piece of shumai and a croquette on top.
これしかないけど。
Well, it's something, and he's grateful for it, I'm sure. That fish you've got there looks mighty tasty. He's such a mooch.
え？ダメ。これはダメ。
That was my favorite. I'm saving that for last. Why not? Is it your favorite or something?
食べかけなの？
Yeah, I don't want to indirectly kiss you, Takeru. So, I don't care.
誰もあなたの話なんかしてないでしょ。私が嫌なの。
Yeah, god damn it, Takeru. Gee.
ダメ。絶対ダメ。恥ずかしいから見ないで。
There's something adorable how much she's trying to refuse. There's nothing embarrassing about finishing someone else's leftovers, is there?
違うわよ。そういうことじゃなくて。
Aw, she's just an old-fashioned type of girl, isn't she? Then what did you mean?
なんでもない。
Now I'm curious.
焼き魚なんかお弁当に入れてくる人いないでしょ。
Oh, I don't think that's necessarily true. Wait, is that all? Wow, class rep. That's a weird thing to be self-conscious about.
うるさいわね。
Aw. Who cares about what someone else chooses to eat? Oh man, this shumai is great, and so's this croquette. I once went a whole week with nothing but rice and pickled plums in my lunch. People sure felt bad for me back then. Oh, you can see what he's trying to do. This was when my grandpa got pretty ill and my mum went back to her hometown to be with him. There were all these weird rumors flying around about my dad being laid off or something. And now he's just randomly giving her a life story. One of his life stories, eh? Well, I think I'd better stop there. If I took any more, there wouldn't be any left for you.
はい。
Damn it, you're so soft, class rep. How can you be so stiff when it comes to, or so stern when it comes to classwork, but as soon as it comes to anything else, you're just like, fine, I guess I'll let you. Hmm?
だから指を舐めるのはやめなさい。ウェットティッシュ。
Okay. Oh, hi. Arigato. I hand the lid back to class rep. She places it on her lunchbox and then returns the box to her bag.
手を拭いたらそれよこしなさいよ。
Yeah, we already know how this is going. あれ?
どうせその辺に捨てちゃうんでしょ。
It's exactly the same. I already told you I wouldn't do that.
いいから。
もう。
行くわ。
あれ? Oh, hi. I'll be counting on you if I'm ever in a tight spot again.
バカ。
Yeah,
こ
right.
の菓子きっちり返してもらうんだからね。
Yeah, it's almost like he forgets that he automatically owes her a favor when he eats her charity. Let's put it that way. Hi. We're gonna go to the field this time. But we really didn't want to do anything with Chizuru there. Okay. Man, we have to eat Sumika's lunch again? Go to the field. Yeah, okay. Eat Sumika's lunch. I'm just gonna do this just in case. Because I'm gonna go with Maze again. Where's the autos get, please? I mean, it ultimately results in this match anyway.
やりません。だいたい先生が煽って勝負事を持ちかけるなんて。
I love how whoever you pick gets more dialogue in this particular part of the game.
ごめんね、榊。私常識には自信なくって。
Yeah, right. You're full of crap, Yuko Sensei.
先生。
そんな固いこと言わないで。優勝すれば白金と一日過ごせるわけだし、魅力的でしょ。
I don't know about that for her anyway.
全然魅力的じゃありません。
Oof. That's cold and that hits hard.
おかしいわね。中庭で楽しそうにしてたのは誰だったかしら。
Of course she's seen that.
え？
まんざらでもない様子だと思ったんだけど。
Maybe not.
ちょっと。
ウエットティッシュを差し出すなんて榊らしい気配りよね。
See, this is why Yuko Sensei gets her way, because she has so much dirt on everyone else. There's no way they can turn her down with it. Oof.
何の話ですか？
Oh, don't worry, Sumika. You'll get your turn.
なんでもないわ。先生、あれは全然対はありません。
I wonder.
あらそう？
Other than getting him to owe you a favor, that is.
とにかくこんなの認められません。
Well, too bad she gets involved anyway, eh? Class rep, of course. I love how all her choices are class rep. We know she has a name, but it's not always that case. Easy. Definitely class rep. Given her perfectionist nature, I'm sure I can count on her making something that's at least pretty good. Okay, now that that's decided, let's skedaddle! Oh. Hi! Oh, she came to me of her own free will, huh? Well, if it isn't class rep.
予想通り散らかってるけど、想像よりはマシね。
Just came just to make those snarky remarks, eh? Hey! Is that really the first thing you're gonna say? And what do you mean? How bad do you think it was gonna be? Ooh. Don't make fun of me in your head!
部屋ってその人の内面を表すっていうからね。
Is that right? You don't have to inspect each and every square inch, you know. Well, it's the first time she's ever been in his room, I take it. Alright, this is really uncomfortable.
まあ、だいたいわかったわ。
Your home life is sloppy, that's why you're sloppy, is that it? About what?
あなたが掃除をサボりたがる理由よ。自分の部屋はこんなだから。
Hey, class rep, how about you tell me why you even came here in the first place?
30分ばかり手が空いたのよ。せっかくだし、いろいろと見て回ろうと思って。
Wow, that's incredibly nosy of you, Chizuru. But what's the point of looking in my room?
そう思ってたけど、来てよかったかもね。
What on earth could she mean? Oh yeah? And why's that?
さあ、片付けなさい。
Whoa, hold on. What? You're just gonna bark out orders?
どうせ一人だとやらないんでしょ。私が指揮してあげるから。
Oh dear.
嫌なの？
Well, I mean, come on.
私が今日何のためにここに来たのか忘れたの？
Yeah, I kinda did. Why was it again? In order to stop this ridiculous cooking competition with me as the prize?
すべてはあなたの適当さに原因があるのよ。
Oh, you're trying to straighten him out, aren't you? Oh, yeah, right.
ルイは友を呼ぶ。
What's that supposed to mean? Get off my back!
片付けなさい。
Ugh. Not a chance. Uh-oh. She mad.
私の言うことが聞けないの？
Oof. I'll do it. Please allow me to do it. Ah! How can you do this to me in my own home? I have no choice. Might as well get it over with. First, these scattered magazines. Oh god. These are... Houston, we have a problem. Oh great, you leave your porn mags out in the open. That's such a Takeru thing to do, isn't it?
ほら、手が止まってるわよ。
What am I gonna do? Okay, let me just run through my options here. Plan 1, own up to it. What's wrong with a man having porn? Oh god, that is terrifying. Oh jeez. Ah! Oh god. Oh, those noises, they make me feel so uncomfortable. I'd be eaten alive. Plan 2, blame Mikoto. Oh man, Mikoto. That's not very nice. Oh, these? Mikoto left them here, actually. Oh, here we go again. Oh. Oh. Oh, I hate this. Oh. I'd still be eaten alive. Oh, you're gonna drop frames on me now, are you? Well, ain't that just an annoying thing? Alright, stream's gonna go down for a second while I try and remedy this frame issue. Be back in a second. Oh jeez. Oh dear, my full screen's broken. Hold on. Just let me fix this. There we go. That's better. Oh yeah, and plan 3 was to own up to it.
何を隠したのかしら？出してみなさい。
Oh jeez. Yada! No, I don't want to hear this anymore. Ah. Oh. I have big regrets of doing Chizuru's right now, really big. Yet again, I'd still be eaten alive. This is bad. My future's already set in stone.
どうしたの？さっきから手が止まってるわよ。
Well, guess you've got nothing to do. You got nothing else to do. Huh? Has class rep's looming presence been making me see things?
ちょっと白金くん。何持ってるのよ。
Yep, here we go.
そういうのはだから。
What were you expecting from a boy's room, though? I mean, seriously. Not that I have any porn magazines or anything like that. Why would you use that when you got the internet, man?
もう知らない。
Wow. Oh, I just love how she runs away. Everyone else gets dragged away by the 3 idiots, but she just like, oh my god, what have I seen? I gotta get out of here. Class rep's weakness found. Dirty things, lewd things, of course. Oh, here they come.
教育的指導。
What do you mean? There's no one here. Nani?
勝負の決着がつくまでタケル様との面会は禁止です。
Oh yeah, right. We got auto skip as well to put back on.
禁止です。ダメダメですよ。
I don't know what you're on about. There's no one here.
あれ
Yeah, exactly.
誰もいないね。
Told you.
おかしいですわ。
Managed to chase her away ourselves, actually. If you're after class rep, she just left. Well, you seem to have owned up to it now.
は
Hold on a second. Need to put the chat back up. There we go.
ならオッケー。
Okay then, yes, that's exactly right. Well, wasn't that entertaining? And now we get another look at the meals again. But of course, there can be only one winner. Class rep. Class rep, I guess. Really? Why are you so surprised?
だって。
But I didn't enter this in intention to win. Too bad you won and that's the end of it. This might make everyone mad. Demo, to me, class reps was the furthest from what I'd imagined.
へえ。
I mean, just the fact that she cooked something for me in the first place is unbelievable.
自信たっぷりに言わないでよ。
I'm sure that's incredibly embarrassing for her. Well, how can I put this? I mean, of course it tasted great and all, but that surprise was the deciding factor for me.
意外性の女。
Isn't she just, man?
余計なお世話よ。 確かに言われてみれば、榊さん、いっつもタケルちゃんと喧嘩してるもんね。
They're like cats and dogs.
確かに最もタケルのために料理などしないと判断できる人物であろう。
It is incredibly weird for her, isn't it?
でも、一生懸命作ってたもんね。
I mean, she always aims for perfection, right?
ちょっと、その言い方は。
前の日から作ってたり。
Yesterday, eh? Prep work the night before?
先生。
Ha! Busted. Well, that's why.
私としてはどんな形であれ榊は参加したし、イベントも滞りなく終わったからね。それで満足だけど、みんなは異論ない？
Look at her blushing. Adorable.
これはもう仕方がないね。
見事だ、榊。
ちくるちゃん、おめでとう。
Where'd the audience come from? Alright, it's time for the date. The winner earned the right to do whatever she wants with me for a day. That was how they advertised it. So why'd class rep order me to come here? What could she have possibly called me all the way out here for? They all call you out here though, don't they?
お待たせ。
Don't tell me. A never-ending lecture of the great outdoors?
白金くん。
No, wait! Maybe she feels her lectures alone aren't enough. So now she's gonna drag me into some proper back alley seminar and have me re-educated into a proper upstanding member of society.
白金くん。
It's rude of you to ignore someone when they're speaking to you. Yada! Anything but that!
白金くん。
Are? Whoa. Without her glasses of all things.
何？あんまりジロジロ見ないでよ。
This raises a good question. Better with or without glasses? If you're watching this on YouTube, I'd love you to reply in the comments. That'd be great. Do I know you?
はあ？一晩で視力落ちたの？
I'm surprised you aren't, considering you're not wearing your usuals, but I guess she's wearing contacts, right? That voice. That sarcasm. Masaka. Class rep, is that you?
他に誰がいるのよ。
No way!
失礼ね。
Are you freaking kidding me? Class rep?
何そんなに驚いてるわけ？私が何に見えてるのよ。
Nobody. Come in. Who did I think you were? Well, definitely not class rep, that's for sure. You look like a completely different person. She kinda does, to be fair.
とにかく私が優勝したんだから今日は一日付き合ってもらうわよ。
Now, where we'll go with her, I am quite intrigued. We went to the amusement park with Maya. We went to a fancy restaurant with Ayamine. And we went to the aquarium with Tama. Where on earth will Chizuru take us? Yada! Not a seminar!
は？何言ってるの？
Oh my god. You're trying to take me away somewhere when they'll restate me to a respectable human being, aren't you?
バカ言ってないで。ほら、行くわよ。
Alright then. Dasukete!
そんなに嫌なの？
Oh. Yada! Somebody help!
ならいいわ。さよなら。
Oh no. Are it? I didn't expect her to withdraw that easily. Normally she'd be all like, stop complaining so much, just come with me. Hey, come back! Class rep just keeps walking farther and farther into the distance. Wow, you really must have hurt her feelings. Honestly, Takeru, what a jerk. Crap. I think I might have actually upset her pretty bad. Well, at any rate... Class rep! Oi! Mate!
何？
So, where are you going?
白金くんには関係ないでしょ？
Ah, don't be like that, he's sorry. Well, demo...
あなたが私をどういう目で見てるか分かったからもういいわ。
Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad. I hope you feel bad, Takeru. Oi! Mate yo!
だから何？
I was just screwing around, okay? Don't get so mad about it.
怒ってなんかいないわ。
You kinda are. It's kinda obvious. You sure about that?
そんなことない。
Look, I'm sorry, alright? Now cheer up, will ya?
別に怒ってないってば。
You are clearly mad, Chizuru. You can't hide it. Come on, don't deny it. Your eyes are totally giving you away. It's not cute to lie, you know.
どうせ私は可愛くないわよ。
I don't know if you realize this, but without your glasses, you are kind of cute.
朝から血は喧嘩だぜ。
Hey.
男超イケてない。
Oof. Aww.
とにかく場所を変えましょう。
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Agreed. So, where are we going?
あなたには関係ないでしょ。
Well, it's a date, right? Come on, I said I was sorry. I just never expected I'd be going on a date with you, so I didn't know how to react. And not to mention, you look completely different.
デート？
That is effectively what this is, right? Why does that surprise you?
なんで私が白金くんとデートなんかしなきゃいけないのよ。
But you ordered me to come and wait for you on a day off, and now we're doing something together. Isn't that literally the definition of a date? At it? What do you mean, why? You won the cook-off! You said you'd win and throw away the prize just to put a stop to Kozuki-sensei's schemes. But then you called me out here instead.
デートなんかじゃないわよ。勘違いしないで。
Oh, really? I don't think there's any misunderstanding here. So it's a seminar after all?
それはそれで何なの？ さっきから。
Yeah, that was literally something you came up with in your head, Takeru. She's not gonna know what you're saying. If it's not a date, then where are we going?
来る気あるの？本当に？
はい!
じゃあこっちよ。ついてきて。
Where could we be going? Answers on a postcard, please. Everything's gonna be fine, right?
ここね。
Wait, huh? What's this? Before me stands a perfectly ordinary building. It doesn't look like a store. I can't imagine it's anything other than an office building.
行くわよ。
An office building, huh? ちょっと待って!
なに？
What's in here?
これよ。
Oh yeah, probably could have done that. The sign class rep is pointing to says Illusion Gallery? What's this? Illusion? So what? A bunch of magic tricks?
違うわよ。錯覚。錯覚美術館。この間オープンしたばかりなの。
Well, if you guessed art museum, congratulations, you win! Pachi 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 pachi. Soka. And?
行くわよ。
We're going to see it, obviously. Ora! An art museum, she says. And yet it doesn't really give off that vibe at all. Ugh. When am I going to be able to relax? Alright, you can do this, no sweat. I can't wait to see how this goes. Hey, why don't we use the elevator? I remember the sign saying it was on the 3rd floor, so I pushed the button on the wall.
武将ね。
Indeed, very lazy is our Takeru. Class rep had already started climbing the stairs, but she sighs and comes back down.
来ないじゃない。
How very bizarre. That's weird. Guess I'll try pushing the button again. Oh, here it comes.
あ、前。
Wait, what? Are? いた！
ちょっと大丈夫？もうまだ扉開いてなかったのに。え？
He didn't seriously walk into the elevator doors, did he? What happened?
これ絵だ。
Of course. Wow, that's a great optical illusion then, eh? It is! Now that I get a closer look, it's just an elevator drawn onto the wall. What in the hell? But the buttons are real, and it dings and everything. I totally fell for it! Wow. Why would you make an art gallery like this? I mean, it's interesting, I suppose.
バカね、白金くん。まんまと騙されちゃって。
Ooh, his pride. Nani? How could they get me? Me!
武将しようとするからよ。ほら、階段で行きましょう。
Alright. Damn it. These aren't optical illusions. They're just cheap parlor tricks.
そういうのがいろいろとあるの。面白そうでしょ？
I guess so. But it's not really had a very good first impression on Takeru. Well, I guess. In any event, it's hundreds of times better than getting lectured. What's this?
知らないの？上の2つの点をじっと見つめて、点が3つになるようにするのよ。そうすると、
Okay. Ah! I can see something!
本当に知らなかったの？
Yeah, it's the, become cross-eyed and then you can actually see it. I feel like I might, but also maybe I don't. Hey, what's that?
あれは
Whoa! It's a 3D hologram. The hand's coming out of the picture.
よく見てみなさいよ。
It's painted on, right? What the? Hey! This is just a regular picture! That's what optical illusions are. I don't know why you're expecting anything else. Hey, what's that one over there?
ちょっと少しは落ち着きなさいよ。
I love how into it he is, at least. Oh, come on! That's so much fun, though!
もうこの絵は実際にはありえないのよ。
What do you mean by that, huh? I know this one. The stairs just keep going on forever.
じゃあこれは
Isn't this just a picture of fruit on a shelf?
果物？どこにそんなのがあるの？
Oh. Something you can see from multiple perspectives and it looks like something totally different. At it? Look, there's an apple and some grapes.
見えないわよ。
How strange. Come on, they're right here. At it? The picture changes depending on what angle you look at it from. How did they even paint that?
面白いわよね。
I mean, to be fair, those sorts of pictures are pretty cool. You really like this stuff, don't you? This stuff. You really like this stuff, don't you, class rep?
特別好きってわけじゃないけど、こういうの見てると楽しいじゃない？
Oh man. Look at all these funky pictures. It is.
見方一つで全然変わるんだなって思うのよね。私は融通が利かないから、こういうのが好きなのかもしれないわね。
Really? What do you mean?
人って自分にないものを求めるもんじゃない？
I guess so. I guess they do.
白金くんは映画でも本でもクールな主人公って嫌い？
Well, I don't know about cool, but I do like the type who gets things done without mincing words.
白金くん正反対じゃないの。
Maybe that's exactly why he likes it. Honto? Hontoni? I think I'm pretty cool and nihilistic, dude. God damn it. Oi! Don't just walk away! That's irritating as hell! Whoa! Check it out! This one's crazy!
白金くん懲りずにまたドアの絵に引っかかってるしね。
You gotta love how happy she looks, though. Meh. I am not. I was just pretending I was.
嘘ばっかり。本気でノブ回そうとしてたじゃない。
Was not.
はいはい。認めたくないのよね。
No, of course he doesn't. He must be feeling very sheepishly embarrassed about that. More class rep. You don't have to rub it in.
ごめんなさいね。私そういう性格なの。
Yes. She's saying it and she's certainly not mincing her words. Give me a break. So hey, what do you want to do about lunch? You getting hungry?
そうね。
Wait, what? Huh? Oops! Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna be in trouble.
大丈夫か？おい、気ぃつけろ。
Oh my god, he looks terrifying. At it? Oh, my bad. I can tell at a glance that I don't want anything to do with them. She's the one who bumped into me, but they're obviously the kind of people who think the world revolves around them. Better just avoid them. I don't think class rep's gonna do that. Ikuzo.
待ちなさいよ。
No.
あ？
Please, Chizuru. Ah!
気をつけるのはあなた方よ。明らかな前方不注意だったわ。
Oh, class rep, why? Oh no. And they were gonna just let it go too.
んだと？
何こいつ。
Oh god.
おめえ、女だと思っていい気になってんじゃねえぞ、こら。
God damn it.
やっちゃえやっちゃ
Yep, definitely not the kind of people you want to associate with.
え。いい気になってるのはあなたでしょ。
あ
Oh god.
そう言われたくなければポケットから手を出しなさい。サングラスを外しなさい。そうやってスタイルを作らないと凄めないの。
Oh my god. She has no fear.
この
あんたさっきから何なのさ。バカじゃないの。
Why would you mess with us? Can't you tell we're bad news?
私の言ったことがわからないのならそれはあなたの理解力に問題があるのよ。バカは私じゃないわ。
Jeez.
だとおめえいい気になってんじゃねえぞ。
Yeah, she kinda does.
乱暴な言葉を使ったって事実は変わらないわ。とにかく謝りなさい。それにその乱暴な言葉遣い品位が疑われるわよ。やめることをお勧めするわ。
She is not mincing her words.
この野郎。
Alright, come on. Let's just leave it at that.
白金くん。
You're only gonna make them more pissed off. Not to mention, guys can't take that kind of insult lying down when they've got a girl with them. Hey, look man, I'm really sorry about this. My friend here is kind of thick-headed and by the books, if you know what I mean. That's all.
あなたが謝ること。
Shut the hell up and let me handle this.
ふざけんじゃないよ。お前なんだよ今さら。
Yeah, it's a bit too late now to try and take it back. Yeah, I mean it. I'd really appreciate if you could just let this one slide. No one's gonna win if we keep on like this. I'll give my friend here an earful myself when this is over. We cool?
ちょっとなんでそんなニコニコペコペコして。
Didn't I tell you to be quiet?
こいつ超情けねえ。どうする？この腰抜けくん一発やっちまえば。
うるせえ。行くぞ。
Wow.
え？
時間の無駄だ。行くぞ。
Yeah, the girls are the ones who want the fight to happen. The guys are just like, actually, no, I think we'd like to stop now.
ちょっと。
Sorry about your boyfriend.
バカ死ね。
Hi, hi. I know. Don't get mad.
だって
You're just on edge because you haven't eaten anything. Come on, let's just go. What is it?
納得できないわ。
You don't have to.
間違ってる。
It wasn't.
なら
Not everyone is as smart as you, class rep. In fact, most people aren't. You know that, don't you? Aren't I the perfect example of that? Come on, let's go.
バカ。
Hmm? Well, I guess you're right. I am an idiot. No point listening to me.
ごめんなさい。
Are it?
白金くんが謝ることじゃなかったのに。全然逆だったのに。
Yeah, well, we just didn't want to cause any ruckus, did we? Don't worry about it. Anyway, can we go eat now?
こういう時女って嫌よね。
What? What are you talking about? Are it? Where's this coming from?
リズメで言っても結局感情論なのよ。さっきの人もそう。そして結局私もそう。
I don't think it has anything to do with being a man or a woman. But either way, it's not like there's really anything wrong with that.
悪いわよ。
Hi, you're right. You're a horrible person. My mistake. Wow. Even if I say I disagree, you're not going to change your mind. I'm not going to force you to think the way I do. Let's just forget about all this and get on with our date. At it? I kind of expected you to say something like, date? What are you saying?
デートって言うな。
Oof, why not? Just like that. And then this is the part where I say, alright, then what should I call it? Well, can we get on with our date now?
デートって言うな。私が行きたかったところに付き合ってもらっただけ。そういうの別にデートじゃなくたってあるでしょ。
Sure, sure, whatever you say. いいよ。Anyway, lunchtime. 行くぞ。
もうまたごまかす。
That's just the way he is. What the heck? Nani? Do my eyes deceive me? Or did a naked dude just run past us?
錯覚かしら。
I wonder about that.
変なやつが刀で襲ってきた。
Oh, Maya. Oh, Maya's sticking up for her friends. Oh, I love it. And now a woman? Well, even if it's just an illusion, I still got a nice eyeful. Hey! Ooh, the ear pull.
見なくていいの。行くわよ。
Wait, she stripped her naked too? What the heck are you doing, Maya? Hi, hi. Ow. Damn it, class rep. You didn't have to pinch my cheek that hard. It's the cheek, okay.
白金くん。
あれ?
えっと
Oh. あれ? Come again? 何?
食事どこ行くのか聞いたのよ。
Oh, she just couldn't say it. Okay. Phew. I'm beat.
タケル戻ったか。
Here she is, the hero we need, but don't deserve. Or the hero we needed, but not the one we deserved. Hey there, Maya. Good to be home.
今日は疲れたのではないか。湯殿の支度をさせておいた。ゆっくりと温まるがよい。
Nice. What's this? You're being pretty nice.
そなたほどではない。
Oh? あれ? What do you mean?
よい。気にするな。
Uh-huh.
先に休む。
What's up with Maya? Hmm? Here we go.
Yahoo!
We know what this is about now, don't we? Yo! What's up?
今日はどうだったかと思って。
You should know you were watching the whole time. Don't think I didn't notice you spying on us. Hmm? Well, it was pretty fun actually.
へえ。
Class rep wanted to go to some illusion museum place, but even though they called them illusions, there was nothing magical about it. They were all just fancy tricks.
うん。
Right after that, I went in. I fell for this picture of an elevator.
バカだね、タケルちゃん。
Sumika, the childhood friends who pulls no punches. Quite literally. It totally sucked.
じゃあ、ずいぶん楽しんだんだね。
Although, since this is class rep we're talking about, I kept worrying she'd take me away somewhere to get lectured.
いくらなんでもそれはないでしょ。
Of course not. Well, but you never know. She might have just changed her strategy after realizing I'd seen it coming.
榊さんは本当は優しい人なんだよ。そんなこと言ったらかわいそう。
I mean, yeah, she totally stuck up for him. That was really nice of her to do. I don't know, dude. Maybe tomorrow she'll call me to the back of the school and chew me out twice as bad to make up for it.
もうタケルちゃん、もう少し素直になりなよ。せっかくかっこよかったのに。
Ooh, you shouldn't say that. Back where?
なんでもない。
Oh, Sumika. What are you freaking out about?
焦ってない焦ってない。
G。
そうだ、表情思い出しちゃったよ。じゃあね。
Ah, oi! What was that about? Something about Maya and Sumika tonight seems kinda off. But I guess it doesn't matter. Time for a well-deserved bath. I look forward to my bath later.
Shirogane-kun.
Here we go. What is it, class rep?
ちょっと言っておきたいことが。
What? Does she already know about what happened this morning? Mate, that wasn't what it looked like, class rep.
何?
I'm sure you must have heard about it from Sumika, but what happened this morning was beyond my control. I had no clue why she was there. I'm innocent.
は?
I think she wants to thank you, dude. I'll tell Maya to stop sneaking into my bed, I promise.
今朝も三剣さんが隣に?
So, please, onegai, just don't lecture me. I beg of you.
白金くん。
はい?
私それ初耳。
あれ?
昨日のこと少し思うところがあったんでお礼を言おうと思ってたんだけど。
You blew it, Takeru. You blew it. あれ? Don't lecture me.
想像しいな。毎度のことだが。
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, Maya, good timing.
なんだ?
You know, now that I think about it, this is all your fault.
喜んだり怒ったり忙しいな、そなたは。
What do you expect?
三剣さん、あなたまだ分かってないみたいね。
You can't do that. You need to stop.
分かっておらんのはそなただ。
Oh?
ちょっとどういう意味よ。
Oof.
昨日の今日でそれでは先が思いやられるぞ。え?
She's calling you out.
いかにそなたが正しくとも選ぶ言葉を誤れば誤解を生む。
One second, guys. Room's warm enough. I don't need the radiator on anymore.
結果として伝わらなければそれはそなたの自己満足なのではないか?
Wow. Class rep getting a lecture. Who'd have thunk it? Don't just vanish just because you've said your piece. Come back and explain it properly. This is still a code red situation.
昨日の今日って
あれ?
なんで三剣さんが昨日のこと知ってるの?
Well, Takeru, he could have told her. Now that you mention it, I didn't tell her anything about it. Did you, class rep?
私も言ってない。
Huh? How very weird. Ah yes, here we go, the lacrosse team. I can't do that. Sorry, I just can't.
まあほどほどにしときなさい。ホエダのグムーダの言ってる男に解消は期待できそうにないわよ。
Hey, you don't need to say that, Sensei.
何の話ですか?
What on earth was she talking about? Good question. Alright, we have to accept. There's something I need to think about alone. Now that I've agreed to help, I've got to figure something out. Class rep's pretty serious about this, and I'd kind of like to make this work too. Man. I think that's an Akira reference, right? No. Wow, they didn't brute force a yes out of him.
あやみねさんのことだけど
First attempts at contact have ended in failure.
そう
Well, I did say I'd try. I know I might not look like it, but I'm actually the type to keep my promises. Did you know that?
さあ
Rude! Hey, that's just mean.
でも頼りにならなかったら相談なんか持ちかけないわよ
Oh,
あごめんね
oh, she said something embarrassing and just had to retreat. Oi! Her face went red and she ran away. Wait, did I just see that right? It almost looked like the class rep was Masaka. No way. Could she be feeling a little bit of pressure? I'm not sure if it's pressure per se.
今日もあやみねさんは来てないかもうしょうがないわね
Wouldn't she need to attend a certain number of classes to actually pass her high school? Yep, she's not here. I thought I might try persuading her again, but it looks like she got away.
野良猫に餌でもあげてるのかしらねはあ
Aww. Marimo-chan, don't feel bad. Marimo-chan's sigh seems to have a lot of subtle meaning behind it.
今日で10月は終わりです球技大会は11月9日だからみんな頑張ってね
Oh no. Oh man.
伝達は以上ですそれじゃあホームルームはこれでおしまいね
Jinguji-sensei, no. I hate seeing her so sad.
見るに耐えないわね
Oh, you're telling me. Yeah, no one else knows about her cosplay career. You don't want to know. It's for your own good. I've done too many things to myself lately, out of consideration for the well-being of everyone else. Man, my life sucks.
まあいいけどちゃんと説得してよね
Okay. If she even shows up, I will. Kind of impossible to say anything to her if she's not even here. Oh man, sucks. I just love how she hides behind Takeru and uses him as a shield. It's hilarious. Come in. I've got an errand to run. Wow, it actually defaults me. Oh, there she is. Hey there. White panties today, I see. Of course she's gonna ignore you. She knows exactly your intentions. She's munching on some kind of sandwich. It looks good. You always eat your lunch up here? Or you always eat your lunch up there? Isn't it a little hard to eat lunch on top of a fence? I mean, she's on a cooling tower, right? Or she's on the wrong side of a fence. Oi! I can see your panties, you know.
何しに来たの
Well, obviously. I'm hungry. Please feed me. Uh,
あげる
Oh, yummy. This is... a yakisoba sandwich! And in addition, it's the deluxe variety. The school cafeteria only makes 10 of these in a given day. I humbly accept this meal. Oh, dude, so good. This is so freaking good, Ayamine.
よかったね。
Whoops. Oh, she dropped. Sorry, I thought you dropped the sandwich then. Nanny?
お手。
Alright, this part. I'm not a dog! Are you trying to train me with food?
失敗。
Yep, she clearly was. At what? Anyway, you know what I'm here for, right?
頭はいいからね。
Don't compliment yourself. But that aside, you sure you don't want to play lacrosse? I mean, hey, if all goes well, wouldn't it be nice to win? You don't want the team to be annihilated in the first round, then spend the rest of the day staring off into space, do you? This is our last year, after all.
留年するかも。
No, don't want to do that, really. I'm not doing that.
ひょっとして説得してる？
It's not by chance.
まだ続ける？
Until you join up.
買収失敗。
So that's what that deluxe yakisoba sandwich was. A bribe to get me to stop. Not this time, Ayamine-san. You can't just buy me off with sandwiches. And then she escapes again.
ちょっとやってみたいなって思っただけだから。
In that case, you're gonna use this machine. First, get 200 yen from your wallet and put it in the slot.
じゃあメイヤは隣でやろう。
Alright,
教えてあげるから。
so apparently we have more affection with Sumika than Maya.
200円も取るの？
Hey, you sound like 200. You make it sound like 200 yen is a lot of money. So what?
聞いてないよ。
Because I didn't say anything about it. Quit your complaining and just pay up.
面白くなかったらお金返してね。
Whatever, cheapskate.
Welcome to the United Section of the Far East Earth 46 GR Squad.
Whenever you see this, does any of it make you want to actually try and push your screen, try and push the buttons?
へえ、雰囲気出るね。
Well, that's what the game's trying to do after all. Pretty sweet, huh? Now push the try and enlistment button.
All members of the GR crew welcome you aboard.
Uh-huh.
悪くない悪くない。
Stand by the body machine of embarkment and please register the name of the passenger.
It really does get you in the mood, doesn't it?
登録って？
Tell it your name by pushing the buttons on the screen.
何でもいいの？
You can enter it in hiragana, katakana, kanji, and even alphanumeric characters, and it doesn't have to be your real name either.
たけるちゃんなんだっけ？
My name is Ramanji, or Ramaji, Takeru. You could just do the same thing.
そうだね。すみかっと。
Umika. Hit the enter button when you're done.
Now please go aboard, holding the card that has been issued. We kindly ask you to follow the cabin crew's orders. Thank you very much.
あ、何か出てきた。
And there's your battle card. Sit down over there and put this in the card and put this card in the slot.
そっちはどう？終わった？
Just about. So what should we do?
思ったんだけど、
線はどうかな。
Yeah, I think there's ones where I had to make a choice. I probably could have done it with Maya and just gone skip through it and saved the Sumika stuff for Sumika's route. But I will try and get that scene to play on her route as well when we do it. That's not a bad idea.
ちょうどグザガタ空いてるからさ。
Makes sense to me. Two-seaters? Oh man, two-seaters.
スミカちゃんもメイヤも初めてでいきなりは無理だよ。
Yeah, that's a fair point. Sounds good to me. Okay, Sumika, ikuzo.
Please sit back and fasten your seatbelt. Until the seatbelt is fastened, the seat will not move.
Very good safety feature right there. Wanna sit at the front or the back?
何か違うの？
If you sit behind me, you can see the back of my head.
じゃあ前。
Of course he does. Oi! Oh man, you can tell they're childhood friends, can't you? You know how to fasten the seatbelt?
多分。
I mean, the picture's right there. You must have done it wrong. The seat would be moving otherwise.
そう？あ、なんか絡まってる。
Sumika, there's an obvious diagram right in front of you. Baka.
うるさいな。
Still, could you at least try to keep that ribbon out of my face? And that antenna's dividing my field of view in half. Yank.
あいた。何すんのよ。
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Hurry up already.
うん。
Please let your seat slide, pulling the lever ahead.
Oh, there we go. Move the seat.
いいよ。
Please insert GR card.
Gotta love the title screen.
どうするの？どうするの？
Do what it's telling you to do, duh. You see the card slot in front of you on the right? Put your card in there.
これね。カードイン。
What? Oh my god, you're so dumb. You don't have any preference on the mech, right?
ねえねえ。私が操作担当とか書いてるけど。
Because you're in the front seat, duh. Hmm? Because you're sitting in front. Ganbatte.
嘘！そんなのできないよ。
Why didn't you tell him such a crucial piece of info? You'll be fine. It's all controlled with just 2 levers.
ダメダメ変わって。
If it gets bad, Io.
We have confirmed the embarkation of the first machine. Please kindly wait until all of the positions for the attack have been completed.
Sure thing. Mikoto, can you hear me?
ちゃんと聞こえてるよ。
Maya, can you hear me?
明瞭に聞こえている。
Very nice. Mikoto, which positions are you in?
僕が操作してメイヤが武器担当。そっちは？
Sumika's piloting and I'm on weapons.
嘘！
You should have been the pilot.
違う違う。騙されたんだもん。
I didn't do anything. You're the one who wanted to be the lead pilot. No, I didn't.
Positions for attack completed. Riga Planet Walk, Kalan has been decided as battlefield.
Yep, let's do this then. Man, doesn't it feel like we get this stage a lot?
見晴らしもいいし、初心者にはちょうどいいじゃない。
Well, I guess. And maybe the game developers didn't want to make all these different battlefields.
それじゃあ行くよ。
Let's see what you've got.
たけるちゃん、私やっぱりダメ。
Ah, you'll be fine, Sumika. Whoa, what are you doing? Can't you read the screen? The right foot pedal is for changing between attack mode and pilot mode. Don't do that while moving. Well, this can only end well. I said I'll switch with you, things will get hairy. Now come on, pilot this thing! You're not in real danger, Sumika, it's fine. How? It's only a game. Just do something already. Look, they're mocking us. Whoa! Damn it! Stop picking on amateurs, you! Wow, this is the worst combo. Because you're not in direct control of your movements, of course. Hey, you hear that, Sumika? Maya thinks we're nothing but prey. There's no way we can let her win. The enemy has to be on the radar for me to do that. Turn toward them. Good on you, Sumika. There they are. Ow. Damn it. Don't just sit there and watch. Makoto's moving his mech. Now chase after him. Push down both levers. Pew! We're sprinting, of course. Hiya! We got a hit on! Yay! We're not completely wiped out. She's certainly enjoying this. Good job, Sumika. She's a fast learner, ain't she? And yet, our shields are already down below 50%. Oh, we can trade places. Yeah, we'll trade places. Okay, Sumika, let's trade places. For the sake of victory. Come on, Greenhorn, hop in the back. Sorry, Sumika, but this is not your route, so we can't have you doing this. Hey, attacking is just as important, stupid. If you get the timing wrong, we'll never hit anything. Okay, we've switched. You're on weapons now. There they are. That doesn't matter. We've got beginner's luck. Pipe down, newbie. Now let's go. Nice. Go get him. Nice. What's wrong? I thought you knew all my moves. That's why we call beginner's luck. You're right. The timing's just a bit faster than usual. Keep them on the defensive. There's still a decent chunk of our shields left. Let's go for a stylish finishing blow. Listen, when I say shoot, just shoot, okay? Shoot! Take this! Nope. Nani? What the hell? How did my Kaiser take damage? Didn't I circle around him and swing my saber? Uh-oh. Aw, dang it. Well, you lose. No. No way! Oh dear. I can't accept that! What the heck happened in that first battle? And the second one, Mikoto and I both piloted, but the timer ran out. For the third, we let Sumika and Mia do whatever, and I got beaten to a pulp. Seriously, Takeru, learn some new moves. Nani? I do? Actually, I think he's right. I guess, yeah, okay. I guess. Way too easy. So I think if we do Sumika, we might actually win if we let Sumika keep piloting. Oh well, maybe next time. Shut up, you. Well, I'm sure it was fun. Shikshaw. I'm losing all the time now. Man, don't say that right to my face. Well, it happens. It happens. Shikshaw. It's all because I haven't trained recently. Why do you think? You and Mia take up all my time. It is what it is. But it's true. Oof, she got a point. Urase. I'll beat him next time. Enough of that, you. Oh, give me a break. Yes, go, go. Are? You're going to sleep already? I guess that is true. But jogging every morning is such a pain. And because of that, my Valgren on skills are... Hey, at least let me finish my sentence. Whatever, guess I'll sleep too. Bit burpy because of that energy drink. There you go. Alright. Let's go to the roof. Well, at least we got Ayamine to join. You guys go home without me. She's on the archery team, right? So she's an expert at hitting long-distance targets. Once she's used to handling a lacrosse stick, I think she'll be just fine. That is true. So literally only one line of dialogue changes being on Chizuru's route. Fair enough. Go home with class rep, of course. Mate, I'm coming too. Nani? Are? Why does it matter? You got a problem with it? She can't be honest. So, you ended up picking the positions I suggested after all. When you said we need to win, I want to win too. So yes, I will do it the way you said. I know that. So the all-out attack strategy was the best strategy. Makes sense to me.
それより鏡さんいいの？
What do you mean?
残って練習するって言ってたのに。
She's got a lot of enthusiasm.
付き合ってあげないの？
Why would I? May is there after all. There's no need for me to follow her around all day. Nani? Does me walking home with you weird you out, class rep?
そういうわけじゃないけど、さっきの話をするために来たのかなって。
Nani? You mean the positions? Oh, come on. What kind of lame ass would that make me? It's true we can only talk about that when we're alone. Demo. I think we can table that for now, right?
そうね。なんでこっちまで来るの？
You got a problem? あれ？
白金くんの家はもう過ぎたじゃない。
So what? I want to spend some time with you, class rep.
え？
She didn't expect that answer. Just kidding. There's a store up ahead I wanted to stop by, that's all.
そう。
Oh, she's going soft. She's softening up slowly. What's this? Am I imagining things or are you blushing right now?
バカ。
She said stupid, not shut up. Hey, speaking of which, where's your house?
どうして？
Just wondering. Is it really close or do you take the subway?
駅はここ。踏切は越えるけど。
そっか。ねえ、you hungry?
何？いきなり。
You like sweets, class rep?
嫌いじゃないけど。
Well, that's good enough for me. Okay, wait right here. Class rep isn't the type to eat on the go, so she probably didn't notice it. The lethal scent of sweet bean bread was steaming right under our noses. I mean, I've had a red bean drink, and it really wasn't my taste. It wasn't to my taste. Not my thing.
呆れた。買い食いは禁止よ。
I don't get that. Why? Why is that a rule? Why is that even a rule? I don't recall hearing anything about that. Bean bread, come to Papa.
ちょっと。
What's that? A wet wipe?
袋から出す前に手を拭きなさい。汚いままそんなことしないの。
But it helps. It helps you build up your immune system. But I did wash them after practice.
お金触っただけで十分汚れてるのよ。ほら。
True. Money handling really isn't that hygienic when you think about it. Man, you're so picky.
白金くんがガサツすぎるのよ。
Let's just say it's a bit of both and call it even. There. Happy now?
使ったウェットティッシュ、よこしなさい。
どうして？
その辺に捨てちゃうんでしょ？よこしなさい。
Man, this is this is getting tiresome. Like hell I would. Here, have some bread.
え？
Take this instead of my trash. Come on, eat it.
だってそれは白金くんが。
There are two in here, you know. You think I'm such a pig that I'd eat both of them myself? Or do you not like bean bread?
そんなことはないけど。
Yeah, you're getting a treat. Then just take it.
ありがとう。お金。
No, 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 no. Oh, quit being like that and just eat it. It's super good.
うん。
Well?
本当だ。
Ah, class rep. You didn't wipe your hands.
いいのよ。私はお金触ってないし。
Okay, whatever you say. And now?
何よ。
Now we're partners in crime, class rep. あれ？
子供じゃあるまいし。
Excuse me? Oh?
なーに？私が何でもかんでも決まり決まりって言ってると思った？
Even she's calling the rules silly. Well, some of them at least. Actually...
それを言ったら本当は残って練習することだってできないのよ。知らなかったでしょ。
Oh, is that right? 本当？
学園生が部活動以外で監督教師の立ち会いなく放課後に残る場合は申請書にその旨を記入し提出すること。
Wow. What the hell?
でも職員室に行ったって申請書はあるべき場所に1枚もないし、誰もそのことで怒ったりしないわ。
Okay, I think I get your point then. I've never even heard of this paperwork.
その前に白金くんは校則読んだことないでしょ？
Not really. Never.
こういうのもあるわよ。学園生が特別な理由なく男女2人でいることは望ましくない。
Wait, Nani?
自由な校風を歌ってる割にはそんな決まりが残ってるわ。でも誰も気にもしない。
Well, yeah. It seems weird to still have the rule, doesn't it? Naturally, I'm at a loss for words to describe how stupid that is.
私が言いたいのは校則のことなんかじゃない。人として最低限のことだけ。
Perfectly reasonable. I guess I see where you're coming from.
のつもりだったんだけどね。なんだか最近わからなくなってきたわ。
I wonder.
なんで私口うるさい小姑みたいなことになってるのかなって。
I'd say that's Takeru rubbing off on her. But that's just me. I don't know what you guys think. You could always stop.
無理ね。
Come on. It might be hard, but don't just assume it's impossible. You'll never get anywhere at that rate.
私にそれを許してくれない存在があるから。
Oh man, my bum's getting numb. I really need a new chair. That's the last thing that would complete my streamer setup is a comfy chair with actual extra padding on the seat. You wouldn't be referring to me, would you?
なんだ、自覚あるんじゃない。
Gah!
冗談よ。違うわ。
I wonder then, who could it be? Then, Ayamine?
うん。
じゃあ、
やっぱりこれは私の生き方なのよ。持って生まれた運命っていうのかしら。仕方ないわね。
Oh, that can't be true. I'm sure by the end of this route you'll definitely see that that is not true at all. Hey, if you need to talk to someone...
あんま一つじゃね。全部教えるわけにはいかないわ。
Fair. Nah!
嘘。人に頼ってどうこうすることじゃないから。帰るわ。これありがとう。買い食いのこと内緒にしといてあげるからね。
I'm sure they're already well aware. Nah. Ah! Ora! Psh! Acting like you didn't do the exact same thing. But anyway, does class rep hate the way she is now? I mean, that certainly isn't a discussion that I could expect to draw out of her for the price of a single bean bread. I don't expect her to have a full-on heart-to-heart with me or anything. But I feel like the impression I had of class rep might have just changed in one way or the other. I guess she isn't that hopelessly uptight after all, huh?
おかえり
Oh, hello. What the... Why are you here?
夕食とお風呂にお呼ばれしちゃった。
Ah, right, yeah. You're that easy?
まあまあ、着替えておいでよ。もうご飯だよ。
Ah, yes, dinner time. Alright.
何やってるの？
Ah, yes, the cat. Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna get a cushion and go to the toilet. I'll be back in like a few minutes. Not more than 3, I hope. That's better. Shame it doesn't quite fill the seat, but hey. At least it's cushioning me. Oh, class rep.
ボール見つかった？
I did.
何の音？
What do you think it is? The sound of a ball.
その段ボール、何？
A cat. Anyway, here's the ball. I'm gonna go take this girl to the janitor's room now.
管理室？
Won't he be able to help out somehow?
保健所行きね。
Oh no, we don't want that. Nani?
知らないの？管理人のおじさん猫苦手なのよ。アレルギーか何かを持ってて、だから触れないって。
Boy, that sucks. Sokka. Then I'd better not take her there.
どうするの？
I don't have a clue. Hey, wait a sec. Why don't you take care of her, class rep?
無理よ。
Why? That was fast.
考える余地はどこにもないのよ。悪いけど。
Man, that sucks. Do you hate cats or something?
特別そういうわけじゃないわよ。環境の問題。
Sokka. Guess I've got no choice then. I'll take her to my place.
飼うの？
No way. I'm just gonna figure out another option. Wanna come with?
え？
I just figured you'd probably be able to offer a respectable viewpoint on this. What do you say?
うん。
Wow. Cute. But we're gonna say Chizuru, obviously. And so... Class rep!
やっぱり私が指名されるわけね。
You did, huh? Well, you catch on awfully fast.
なんとなくね。
Can you take care of her?
仕方ないでしょ。捨てることなんかできないし、保健所にも連れて行けないしね。
Must protect the small kitten. Her shoulders are drooping like she's disappointed. Well, this is no time to be worrying about such trivial details.
もう、ほら。うわ！
What's wrong?
この子、舐めた。指舐めた。
Aw, she knows you're good people. At it? Seems like she likes how you taste.
うわ！指くわえた。くわえたわよ。
I don't think it was a proper bite though, probably like a little nom. That just means she likes you.
私に猫が懐くわけないじゃないの。
There's some reason it shouldn't? Class rep, right now you really...
何？
You actually seem like a girl. Oh, shit.
ちょっと普段の私は女の子じゃないっていうの？
Oh, we all knew that was gonna happen. Well, about that. Oh, never mind. Talking my way out of this one isn't worth the effort. I'll pass.
なんて言い方なんだか本当に。
Yeah, I feel like there should have been a bit of an argument. Still, class rep seems to be entertaining the idea, so hopefully this will work out. But not quite. Alright. We get to see the awful practice. It's been nearly 2 hours now. We can work for the next. We can work to her route next time. So, let's us move on to the next game. Wait, no, I want exit. I went into extras by accident. Whoops.